Right now, you are probably doing at least three things that are quietly destroying your mental health, and you think they're normal. A 10-year study tracking 50,000 young professionals found that 73% experience declining mental health not from major trauma, but from daily micro habits they didn't even notice. Skipping breakfast seems harmless. Checking emails in bed feels productive. Saying yes to everything looks ambitious. But stack these tiny behaviors over months, and your brain chemistry fundamentally changes. Here's what's actually happening inside your mind. Today, I'm exposing 9 scientifically proven habits that are silently sabotaging your mental health. And you're probably doing most of them without realizing the damage. This isn't about clinical depression or anxiety disorders. This is about everyday behaviors that chip away at your psychological resilience until one day you wake up burned out, anxious, and wondering how you got here. If you want more content on optimizing your mind and life, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Let's break down what's actually destroying your mental health. Habit number 1: chronic sleep debt. You're not just tired, you're systematically damaging your brain. Research shows that sleeping less than 7 hours consistently shrinks your hippocampus, the part responsible for emotional regulation and memory. Translation: you become more reactive, more anxious, and less able to process stress. Young professionals average 6.2 hours nightly, thinking they'll catch up on weekends. That's not how biology works. Sleep debt accumulates interest like a loan, except you're paying with your mental stability. Habit number 2: social media doomscrolling. Here's the brutal truth: social media isn't connecting you, it's isolating you. A study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine found that people who spend more than 2 hours daily on social platforms have double the risk of depression and anxiety. The mechanism? Constant comparison, curated highlight reels, and dopamine hijacking. Your brain wasn't designed for 500 status updates before breakfast. Each scroll triggers micro doses of cortisol while depleting actual social connection. Habit number 3: skipping meals or eating processed garbage. Your gut produces 90% of your body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood. When you skip breakfast, grab fast food for lunch, and eat dinner at your desk, you're not just harming your body, you're starving your brain of the nutrients it needs to produce mood-regulating chemicals. Studies link ultra-processed diets to a 33% increased risk of depression. Your mental health literally depends on what you eat. Habit number 4: zero physical movement. Sitting for 8 to 10 hours daily isn't just bad for your body, it's devastating for your mind. Exercise releases BDNF, a protein that acts like fertilizer for your brain cells. Without regular movement, BDNF drops, and so does your ability to handle stress, regulate emotions, and maintain cognitive function. Research shows that sedentary lifestyles increase depression risk by 25 to 30%. Your body was built to move. When it doesn't, your mental health pays the price. Habit number 5: never saying no. People pleasing isn't kindness, it's self-destruction. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you're teaching your brain that your needs don't matter. Over time, this creates chronic stress, resentment, and identity erosion. A Harvard study found that people with poor boundaries report significantly higher rates of anxiety and burnout. You can't pour from an empty cup, and saying yes to everything guarantees yours stays empty. Habit number 6: living in future anxiety or past regret. Your mind is constantly time traveling. and it's killing your present moment peace. Ruminating on past mistakes or catastrophizing about future scenarios keeps your amygdala in overdrive. That's your brain's fear center. And when it's chronically activated, anxiety becomes your baseline state. Mindfulness research shows that people who practice present moment awareness report 58% lower anxiety levels. Your past is gone. Your future hasn't arrived. All you have is now. Stop abandoning it. Habit number 7. Toxic productivity and hustle culture. You're not lazy for needing rest. You're human. The glorification of busyness has created an epidemic of burnout among young professionals. Working 60-hour weeks, skipping vacations, and wearing exhaustion as a badge of honor isn't ambition, it's a mental health time bomb. Research from Stanford shows that productivity drops sharply after 50 hours per week. You're not achieving more. You're just destroying yourself faster. Rest isn't earned, it's required. Habit number 8. Bottling emotions and avoiding vulnerability. You're not being strong by suppressing feelings. You're being slowly poisoned. Emotional suppression leads to increased cortisol, weakened immune function, and higher rates of depression and anxiety. Studies show that people who regularly express emotions have significantly better mental health outcomes. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the only path to genuine connection and emotional processing. Every feeling you stuff down today becomes tomorrow's anxiety or tomorrow's breakdown. Have you been guilty of any of these habits? Drop a comment with the one that hit hardest. I read every single one. Habit number 9. Zero genuine social connection. You have 500 online friends and feel completely alone. That's the paradox. Research from Harvard's 85-year longitudinal study found that meaningful relationships are the strongest predictor of happiness and mental health, stronger than money, career success, or health. Young professionals average less than 1 hour weekly of deep face-to-face social connection. You're replacing depth with breadth, and your mental health is collapsing under the weight of superficiality. Real conversation, real presence, real vulnerability. That's what your brain is starving for. Here's the reality. Mental health doesn't collapse overnight. It erodes through tiny daily habits that seem harmless in isolation but become catastrophic when compounded. You don't need a complete life overhaul. Pick one habit from this list. Just one. Fix that before moving to the next. Prioritize sleep. Move your body. Eat real food. Set boundaries. Stay present. Rest without guilt. Express emotions. Build genuine connections. Stop poisoning yourself with comparison and overwork. Your mental health isn't luxury maintenance. It's the foundation everything else is built on. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does.
If this made you see something familiar in a completely new way, hit subscribe.
There's a tiny bit more where this came from.
Once you start seeing, you can't unsee.
See you in the next video.